Welcome to Vohra Method. My name is Arvin Vohra, and I'm the founder of Vohra Method. I'm also the author of the Equation for Excellence, How to Make Your Child Excel at Math. In this video, we're going to talk about two stories about math. The first is the story of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It's a mathematical currency that allows people to buy and sell things without any approval from any government. Some people use Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to buy and sell things that are entirely illegal. Other people use it to buy and sell things that are legal but simply don't pay any taxes on them. There's a war between the creators and users of cryptocurrencies on one side, and on the other side you have governments. And while governments certainly don't like cryptocurrencies because it allows people to violate the law and to not pay any taxes, it's also safe to say that governments haven't so far been able to do very much about it. In the mathematical war between cryptocurrency and government, cryptocurrency so far is winning. It doesn't always happen that way. Consider the battle between Apple Computer and the FBI. The FBI wanted Apple to unlock their phones so that the FBI could get access to them to create a backdoor into the operating system. Apple refused. But in this case, the FBI had more mathematical knowledge and power and was able to break into the Apple phones. When we think of math, we're taught to think of it as sort of a type of obedience. Most students think of math as you do well in math, you get a pat on the head from your parents or your teachers or some other authority figure. And that being good at math is kind of like being a good person, being a nice person, being an obedient person. What if I told you that math was actually very different? That it isn't about being nice or obedient, but that math is actually a type of power. It's a weapon, one of the most dangerous weapons on earth today. Math is one of those few weapons, as we see through things like Bitcoin, that give individuals far more power than any other conventional weapon. It gives individuals the ability to determine their own destiny, to make their own decision, to decide who they want to be with or without approval from anybody else. Now, the math you learn in school basically involves somebody telling you what to do, and then you do it. And that, in my opinion, isn't really math. That's just obedience training. You're being taught how to follow instructions. You're being taught how to obey. Real math is pretty different. Real math is about figuring out things that no one else already knows. In the case of the people who created Bitcoin, there was no Bitcoin until they came up with the idea. In the battle between Apple and the FBI, there was not already a thing for the FBI to do. There wasn't some instructions for them to follow. They had to figure out a problem. They had to overcome some obstacles, and their mathematicians were able to do that. Math is not about following instructions or being obedient or being nice or anything. It's about succeeding on your own terms. It's about setting your own destiny and making your own choices. And math gives you, in the modern world, math gives you the ability and freedom to do just that. At Vohra Method, that's the kind of math you're going to learn. That's how you're going to learn how to think about math. You're going to learn to see math as challenges to overcome, problems to figure out. We're never going to just say, here's what to do, now you go do it. Because then you're not developing creative problem solving, you're just basically learning to obey. The key point of this is that the way you'll see math in our program is so different from anything else you've ever seen. The simple fact is this: you will not know how to do any of the questions. The math questions at Vohra Method are going to be puzzles for you to figure out. Challenges for you to overcome. They're obstacles for you to defeat. You might think on your first or second or even third day, you might think, wait, am I in the wrong class? I don't know how to do any of this. You're not supposed to know how to do any of it. They're all supposed to be puzzles for you to figure out. Vohra Method math is real math. It's math based on creative problem solving, figuring out the unknown, and developing the ability to succeed on your own terms.